Hello friends, in the series on the income tax cases, today we will discuss the case of Assistant Commissioner of Income Tax versus Justice N. Kannadasan. This case has been reported in 103 ITR Tribunal at page number 590 and the date of the judgment is 17th February 2023 and the matter has been decided by Chennai ITAT C bench. Friends, as all we know, at present CIT appeal do not have the power to remand back the matter or to set aside the assessment back to the assessing officer. This power lies only with the ITAT, High Court and Supreme Court. Earlier, this power was with the CIT appeal, but later on this power was withdrawn. In the present case, the assessee was claiming the exemption under section 54F. The assessing officer was of the view that the assessee is not entitled to section 54F exemption because the assessee is not able to provide the copy of the sale deed for the purchase of the residential property, although 3 years have already passed. And the assessing officer was also of the view that the assessee is holding 2 residential properties at the date of the transfer of the original asset for which the assessee was claiming the exemption under section 54F, and it was the point of the assessing officer that the agreement to sell which has been provided by the assessee was also not registered. So on these grounds, the assessing officer disallowed the exemption under section 54F. When this matter came to the CIT appeal reviewed the matter, and in principle CIT appeal was of the opinion that assessee is eligible to exemption under section 54F. But the CIT appeal directed the assessing officer to verify the details and compute the tax accordingly. According to the department, giving this direction to the assessing officer for verification was like remanding back or setting aside the assessment. So the department moved to the ITAT against the order of the CIT appeal by having the ground that the CIT appeal has remanded the matter back to the assessing officer, which is not in the power of the CIT appeal according to section 251. It was the point of the assessee that it is not a remand back, it is only up to the constant of verification by the assessing officer, so it cannot be termed as remanding back. When the ITAT heard the matter, the ITAT said that it is not a remand back, it is not a setting aside. The Commissioner of Income Tax Appeals was principally agreed on section 54F exemption, but he has only directed the assessing officer to verify the matters. So the ITAT said that it is not a matter of remand back or setting aside. Friends, now the question arises, when the CIT appeal have the power which are coterminous with the power of the assessing officer, he should himself have verified the facts, and if there was need, then the CIT appeal can seek the remand report from the assessing officer. So there was practically no need for giving the direction to the assessing officer for getting the facts verified. Although there is a very thin line of distinction between verifying the facts and remanding back the matter to the assessing officer, but in this particular case, the ITAT held that it was not a remand back. But friends, this is a very dicey case, and with the due regard to the Honorable Chennai ITAT, at the face it seems that it is a remand back, but still the ITAT holds that it is not a remand back. At the end of this video, once again, I am repeating the name of the case. The name of the case is Assistant Commissioner of Income Tax versus Justice N. Kannadasan, and this case has been reported in 103 ITR Tribunal, page number 590. The matter has been decided by Chennai ITAT C bench, and the date of the judgment is 17th February 2023. Thank you, friends.